Hey, hey, hey! Okay, I know it's been a while, alright? It's been a long time since I last uploaded. And before we even get into this video, Wuthering Waves dropped, bruh. It dropped like 5 days ago on the 22nd, and I have been having an absolute blast. Y'all already know I've been covering this game since it was first announced like 2 years ago. I've been on top of it. I've been so excited for Wuthering Waves, my most anticipated game in a long ass time, and it is fucking amazing. And it actually runs pretty well on my phone. Okay, it runs decently well on my garbage phone. So I'm loving this game so much. It's amazing. So y'all, please definitely check out Wuthering Waves. All right, the hype still hasn't died down yet. I've been loving it. But this video is about the most perfect moment in Xenoblade. What is the best moment in all of Xenoblade? All right, and there's two very specific ones that come to mind. The first one is when we meet Klaus, Birth of a Universe, that entire cutscene from Xenoblade 2. I talk about this all the time. When we first meet Klaus and he gives us this massive, huge lore and exposition dump about how Alvis came to be, where Blades and Titans come from. Y'all know the cutscene, bro. That is my favorite cutscene in the entire series. I absolutely love that moment when we meet Klaus and he explains everything. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just, oh my god, it's amazing. And it just makes it even better that it comes from Xenoblade 2. But I think there is a moment here that beats that out. Although that is my favorite, I don't think that's the best. The best one is at the end of Future Redeemed when we confront Alvis. This entire ending is just the perfect capstone to the whole series. It perfectly encapsulates the whole series, okay? We finally confront Alvis after the entire game. We're learning more about him, or Alpha, I guess. We're learning more about him, and we finally come to the showdown with Alvis in Prison Island, which is just perfect. Make our way all the way through the game. We fought Nael, the Nael Alvis fusion thing. So finally get up to the actual Alpha that's causing all of these issues, and just the speech, the monologue between him and Matthew is just, it's great. And then the fight itself, I love the environment. It's like this whole spacey, not really space, but we're in this big, it seems like we're in our own little dimension. It's so cool with the fog rift coming out from the back. Okay, Alvis, he's got his fucking Monado. And then the fucking music, the song Redeem the Future, that is my favorite song in Future Redeemed. It is incredible, especially the second half when it goes all rock. It's so fucking dope, bro. It gets me so hyped every time. And the whole boss fight itself is just great. And then the second phase when he goes into that baby face Deus, oh, it's amazing. And then afterwards when we beat him, bro, I know y'all know, after we beat him, the cutscene afterwards with N, and he's talking to what's his name, Matthew, and he was like, drive it in, release the power of Ouroboros. Oh my, but that delivery, oh, Harry McIntyre killed that shit. That delivery, that little moment right there, I was like, what, 3 seconds? That is fucking amazing. I love that. It's like, drive it in, release the power of Ouroboros, and then he stabs his fucking sword in the ground. He stabs Malos in the ground, and then Matthew jumps up, shut the hell up already, I'm not taking orders from you, and he punches the damn sword, and then we see the fucking Numa core. It's great. Oh, it's amazing. That entire thing with Alvis, okay? The whole game had been leading up to Alvis, all right? All this build up. The very first cutscene of the game is showing Rex and Shulk fighting off against Alvis, or standing up to Alvis. And then the whole game you've just been hearing about him, why is he like this? Da, 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 da. And then we finally get the final showdown with him, and it's also badass. It's all amazing. And if you really think about it, Alvis is kind of the reason why the entire series is happening, and the way it happened the way it did. Xenoblade 2, so I mean, he is the arbiter of the Trinity processor, so he's kind of the leader of the 3 Aegis cores. And then he triggered a space transition event once Klaus reset the universe. I'm not sure if using the Zohar to reset the universe caused that, or if Alvis did that himself while that was happening. I'm not really too sure on that. But I mean, Alvis created the Xenoblade 1 dimension, and he was kind of overseeing everything that happened there. He was basically the Udo of the Xenoblade 1 dimension. So he was kind of the reason why everything there is happening. He could have stopped Zanzo whenever he wanted. He could have stopped Shulk whenever he wanted. He could have done whatever, but he just sat back and watched. And then in Xenoblade 3 with Future Redeemed, I mean, shit, the whole reason the first city got attacked by N in the first place was to thwart Alvis's plans of destroying the world and creating a new one with all of the city people. So the whole reason why Future Redeemed is happening is because of Alvis. And I'm sure he had some effect in Xenoblade 3 as well. Like Mobius, they're their own separate thing that had nothing to do with Alvis. But yeah, Xenoblade 3 as a whole, the entire game plus Future Redeemed happened because of Alvis, because Origin was based off of the Ontos Aegis Core. Okay? So I mean, there's that. If Melee never got the framework of, or like the data or something of the Ontos Core after Xenoblade 1 happened, because I think, yeah, after Xenoblade 1, once the Zohar faded away, I think Alvis went back into his core crystal. So if Shulk never found Ontos core on the beach, gave it to Melee, so she could base Origin off of that when the worlds were going to come collide. Melee and Nia got into contact and they built Origin off of the framework of Ontos. If they never had the Ontos core, they probably never would have been able to build Origin, and everybody would be fucked and dead. Mobius wouldn't exist because there would be no fear to manifest, since there would be no fear in general because everyone is dead from the worlds recombining. So everything that happens in the series, minus X of course, justice for X, and I think Xenoblade 2, Ontos didn't really have an effect on Xenoblade 2 since, you know, he wasn't even there. But potentially Ontos could have been awoken by somebody else and he could have stopped Malos on his rampage. Mithra or Adam wasn't able to awaken Mithra's full potential, aka Numa, so we couldn't really stop Malos. Even though we defeated Malos at the end of Torna, that was only temporary, and Rex didn't really get the Aegis sword until the final showdown with Malos. But if what's his name, Alvis was there, he could have stopped Malos before anything happened, before even Torna happened. So technically the entire series is happening because of Alvis. Alvis is like the most important character in all of Xenoblade, and it's amazing. Not Klaus, Alvis. Well, I mean, I guess Klaus, since he's the one who triggered the universe reset, which created the Xenoblade 1 dimension and kickstarted the events of Xenoblade 2, which eventually led to Xenoblade 3 with the 1 and 2 worlds recombining. So I guess technically Klaus, but that's not cool. That ruins everything I've been saying in this video. So for the sake of this video, it's Alvis. He's the most important character in the series. It's amazing. But this one moment here at the end of Future Redeemed, where we're finally facing off against Alvis. We haven't seen Alvis since Xenoblade 1, bruh. Way back in Xenoblade 1. Chronologically, we haven't seen Alvis since Xenoblade 1, over 2 decades ago. Okay, over 2 decades ago. So finally Rex and Shulk are back together, and then Alvis is here to wrap it all up. Alvis was so much more important than anyone ever could have guessed. Okay, it's amazing. This final moment of Future Redeemed with the face off with Alvis is the perfect moment in the entire series. It's amazing. But yeah, I've gone on for way too much ranting and geeking about Future Redeemed for way too much. But that's about it. See you next mission and play some goddamn Xenoblade.